Welcome to In-the-Rough-T TV. We are back in the Hardrockknife-Method-Kitchen with a special guest today. We are making peach Crispbler. It's a crisp and a cobbler all in one. It's almost too pretty to eat. Almost. So if you have a sweet tooth, let's go. If not, keep watching because I guarantee you will after this video. So first we're going to start with the ingredients. For this recipe I used a can of peaches, an egg, baking powder, sugar, salt, coconut oil, flour, and some spices. I also used my favorite ingredient, Madagascar pure vanilla extract. Step 1 is to rinse your peaches. Next, add them to a cup of sugar. Next, you're going to mix that around and then add your seasonings to taste, as much or as little as you want. I used ginger, nutmeg, and also some cinnamon. So I'm adding those in. I would say no more than half a teaspoon, depending on how many cans of peaches you use. And then once you get all those in there, you're just going to mix that all around until it's all combined. Make sure you coat the peaches very well because this is where the flavor is going to come from. And I really like my things spiced. Next, you're going to add your vanilla. I used about a teaspoon of this and poured that right in and mix that around as well. After I stir this up, I'm just going to pour them into my pan. Just like that, and then I'm going to arrange them in a fan style, just so that everything is spread out and evenly in the pan. Next, my flour with my coconut oil, I'm going to mix that around until it's crumbly. I might use coconut oil because that's what we had on hand, but you can use any vegetable oil or even butter. That was about a tablespoon of that. Next, you're going to add some of your seasonings into your flour as well. I use the same 3 seasonings, the cinnamon, the nutmeg, and the ginger. I would say about a half a teaspoon of that as well. And then I'm going to use my whisk to stir that around. Then I'm going to add my baking powder and also salt. The salt is just for balance. So I'm whisking that all together. And then I'm going to crack my egg and whisk that as well until it's all broken up and the egg yolk and the white are not still solid. I'm going to pour that into my flour and mix that until it's crumbly. It should be milly texture and look similar to a streusel. A streusel you might see on like a muffin or something like that. So I'm going to sprinkle that over top of my peaches, making sure I cover everything very well. This is your topping and you want to make sure that all the peaches have some topping. So after that is all sprinkled around, making sure it's in the crevices, I'm going to place that in my oven. It is set at 350 degrees. I put that on the top rack and I set the timer for 15 minutes. After the 15 minutes, you can see it's all bubbly, and I'm just going to add another 8 minutes, and I'm going to rotate my pan onto the other side. I like to put mine on the top rack because, you know, the heat rises to the top. Once the 8 minutes is over, I take that out. And this is what it looks like after about 23 minutes. You can eat it like this, it's perfectly done. But what I like to do, instead of just eating it like this, I like to get a little bit more color. So I place mine back in the oven under the broiler for about 2 to 3 minutes until the top is golden brown, just like that. Wow, that is so beautiful. Make sure you do not walk away when it's under the broiler though, because it happens really fast. Looks so delicious. Next, we're going to sprinkle on some powdered sugar. And you can eat. Look at that. It looks like snow-dusted mountains. It's so pretty. Like I said, it's almost too pretty to eat, but it's not. There we go. Our special guest is ready to eat, ready to dig in. As soon as the sugar's on there, he does not care if it's piping hot or anything. I'm going to place it in my bowl and it's ready to go. Let's eat. Look at that. That looks so good.
Be careful, it's hot.
Be careful, it's hot.
Mmm. Good. It's good.
So you can leave it like this, or you can serve this up with my favorite topping, a scoop of ice cream. That's birthday cake ice cream right there. Nobody will be able to resist. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you check out the next video, and always like, comment, and subscribe.